What's going on, DSG? It's your boy Darrnell Bradley back at y'all with another video, and today it's time for a death battle. We got Ichigo versus Yusuke, Bleach versus YuYu Hakusho death battle. Man, it's been quite some time since I've seen me some YuYu Hakusho. Damn. Yeah. Oh, sorry. But even then, to be honest, I don't even think I've seen it all. I don't think I watched it to completion. But yeah, that's bad. That's one of them back in the Dizzy Day ones. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I brought this up before in other reactions. Anybody even remember Tenchi Muyo in Reboot? Reboot's not an anime, but just when I'm digging in the nether regions of my mind for shit like I watched as a kid. You know, Sailor Moon back there. All of them, you know what I'm saying? These, I feel like Tenchi Muyo was in the cut. Yeah. So, as far as who I think is gonna win, because you know how we do it. We place our bets initially, and then we get all the information, and then if we feel the need to change our bet, we'll change our bet. But I'm gonna go Ichigo. And that's like me. I say I know Ichigo more than I know Yusuke, but at the same time, I still don't know completely. You know what I'm saying? I know about stuff from the manga with Ichigo. Like I've been spoiled on some things, but not exact power levels. And like I said, I never watched YuYu Hakusho to completion. So as far as the upper limits of what these guys can do, like I have no idea as far as where they max out at. So I'm gonna be obviously be spoiled on some Bleach stuff, but it really doesn't bother me, man, because I want to see what they got going on. But like I said, our initial bet is we're gonna go with Ichigo, because Ichigo go crazy. So be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that there social media. We in here without any further ado. In 3, 2, 1, click. Oh, we just, and it's like, yeah, I can see why they put them together
versus Yusuke.
You know what I'm saying? The degenerate punk kid, you know what I'm saying, type shit. But let's go.
Urameshi.
The substitute Shinigami of Bleach versus the spirit detective of YuYu Hakusho.
Yep,
He's
spirit detective.
And
He's a
it's
spirit
our job
guy.
to analyze
They
weapons,
got their
armor, and
correlations.
skills to find out who would win a death battle. Tell me, Boomstick, what happens when we die?
Endless nothingness? Jeez, man, I don't know. We just started.
Our souls are ferried by Shinigami. God.
That man said, yo, hey, bro, we just started the episode. Don't ask me no life and or death questions. What you mean?
Jeez, man, I don't know. We just started.
Life and or
Our
after
souls
death
are
questions.
ferried by Shinigami, gods of death, in an eternal cycle of death and rebirth.
That was my second guess.
And when a soul goes astray, warped by evil and regret, it's a Shinigami's job to purify such violent hollows and send them off to the realm of the dead, the Soul Society.
Works great, till it doesn't. Enter Ichigo Kurosaki, whose tragic anime backstory came way too early when his mom was killed by a hollow. Reason number 1 why you shouldn't.
And the way that storyline cycled back later, like, I thought was cool. Like how they did that, and you found out about the mom being a Quincy and things like that. I was like, oh shit, okay, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I like it when we can get nice twists in an anime. You know what I'm saying? Like Itachi, that was an amazing twist. I loved it. Now, whatever the fuck they was trying to do at the end of Promised Neverland, don't ever do that shit no more again. Okay, we move.
He came way too early when his mom was killed by a hollow. Reason number 1 why you should never want your kid to be the anime protagonist was killed by a hollow.
Sorry.
Reason number 1 why you should never want your kid to be the anime protagonist.
Left with his
facts.
grief, young Ichigo was crushed under the weight of survivor's guilt.
So he lashed out the only way he knew how, beating people up.
But this wound began to heal when he found his calling, upon meeting a Shinigami named Rukia. To stop a powerful hollow, she gave Ichigo her powers, rousing unseen potential.
You want to know what's crazy now that you know what more of the power levels are in Soul Society and whatnot, now that we've gotten further in depth in the anime? Like, this moment right here wasn't shit for real. The fact that thing got Rukia, like, for real, someone, because she knew, did she know her Shikai at this time? Damn, I don't remember. I think she knew her Shikai this time. But either way, and y'all remember when they saw the Menos Grande, when he was like, "Oh, no single Soul Reaper, by themselves could take something like that." But okay.
Yeah. To stop a powerful hollow, she gave Ichigo her powers, rousing unseen potential within.
Boom! Just like that, Ichigo's a Shinigami.
My soul's bigger than everybody's.
To carry out his duties, Ichigo sheds his body for an invisible one made of spiritual matter called Reishi. He can wield vast amounts of spiritual energy called Ryoku and exert it offensively in the form of spiritual pressure or Reiatsu.
Okay, that's a lot of big words, but all it really means is he's a superpower.
They say what Shinigami are invisible, they are not intangible and can be touched by known people. Oh, okay. That's why they be flying. Be weird to bump into nothing.
Ghost with an epic sword. His spirit aura is so strong, it can stun lock foes, crushing them under his own power, even fatally.
He controls spirit matter in and around him, hardening his skin for defense and leaping off of invisible footholds in the air. Paired with speed-boosting skills like
Quincy
Shunpo,
stuff, okay.
he can virtually fly.
Say goodbye to the kid who beat up bullies for their lunch money, and hello to the town's new superhero, with fellow Ghostbusters Orihime, Chad, and Uryu. Plus Rukia, it was the Shinigami's job to tear Hollows a new hole.
While balancing responsibilities at school, of course.
Bars, bro. Tear Hollow's a new hole. Put it in the verse.
Of course, GPA comes first, and maybe a round or two of tech.
But it wouldn't be possible without his Shinigami blade, a Zanpakuto. It's basically a superpowered spirit that's physically a sword. Ghost Sword!
Though strangely, Ichigo's sword is composed of two distinct spirits, both named Zangetsu, which isn't confusing at all.
Just call him Old Man Zangetsu and Hollow Zangetsu. Anyway, the double Ghost Sword gives Ichigo lots of new moves, including his trademark attack, the Sword Beam to end all sword beams. Getsuga Tensho!
Getsuga
That shit, boy, iconic, boy. Motherfuckers in school just yelling that shit for no reason. But how many times for no reason? Ooh, sorry, cord was right there. Yelling Bankai! Tenza Zangetsu. Boy, that shit was live, I'm telling you. Let's go.
Tensho is incredibly powerful, and so effective that Ichigo developed multiple variants. He can fire it as a wave, detonate it mid-attack to act as a barrier, and combine two at once into the even stronger Getsuga Jujisho.
To cut even the biggest hollows down to size, Ichigo was ridiculously strong, even from frame 1.
He can make giant shockwaves and parry spiritual light beams from a Menos Grande. And these aren't fake, slower-than-light lasers. Guidebooks confirm they're real light, and the novels say so too.
Plus, early on, Uryu moves so...
Guidebooks light beams from a Menos Grande. And these aren't fake, slower-than-light lasers. Guidebooks confirm they're...
A powerful spiritual light fired by Menos Grandes and a Rancor. Okay.
real light, and the novels say so too.
Plus, early on, Uryu moves so fast they...
Let me see something real quick. A powerful spiritual light. So are we giving that a light speed feat or a faster than light speed feat? A powerful spiritual light. I don't. Is that how it's meant to be taken? I don't know, but all right.
Firm, they're real light.
Like as far as light
so too.
Plus,
hold on, the novels. Wait, I want to get the information. Let me get the information. A blinding light swallow part of kill. Okay. Zero went in all directions. And that the concentration usually zero. Pointless. What diffuse? I'm talking about like the speed. Like you're telling me it's a light. Like as in like red. There's a light. Like it looks like a damn beam. All right, like it's a light beam. I know they don't use the word beam, so is that what we're going with? Because you say that it's just light, so we moving at the speed of light. This period, that's ground zero for a zero being shot at you. Is speed of light? Is that what we're saying? Because like I know that's if that's what we taking here, but like watching the anime, yeah, you could say it's slowed down for like our viewing pleasure, but I mean they is it? I don't know. We will.
Plus, early on, Uryu moves so fast that he left his own shadow behind.
But as Ichigo became more involved with the Soul Society, he quickly found that he wasn't
Other FCL feats include like dodging sunlight. Okay, Lieutenant's dodging. All right, so we're giving it that. All right, cool.
good enough.
This Byakuya guy's so fast, Ichigo can't even see him. Time for a good old-fashioned training arc. Hit the music!
Until now, Zangetsu had operated
Aight.
only in its base state, Shikai. So Ichigo learned to release its inner power, a 10 times boost that takes most Shinigami a decade to master. Bankai!
In Bankai, his speed skyrocketed, letting him turn the tables on douchebag Byakuya. Even in Shikai, he blocked an attack that could destroy the whole friggin' Soul Society.
Because Ichigo's greatest gift is his potential to improve. Despite only being a teenager, he mastered swordsmanship well enough to thrash experts who had been training for centuries. He can
Dems is the facts, because I used to clown. I actually clowned Bleach for that. I clowned Bleach for that at one point. Not in a reaction or anything, just in life. I was like, how y'all let this teenage boy, y'all over here practicing Shikais and Bankais for decades and centuries, and this little teenage ass nigga really came in here, said Bankai, slapped the shit out of everybody, took Ruki and said, leave your hands off my friends, bitches, and was out. I was like, yo, wait a minute, god damn. For real? Like, if I was one of them in there, I would have felt the type of way. I don't know if I could have had that power of friendship shit, because you sitting up here telling me I'm somebody that can live for thousands of years, and it take me decades to whatever, how long, century, whatever, to achieve a Bankai, and this little brat, snotty-nosed, bully-ass kid came in here, fucked me up, because he unleashed his first? What the do you mean?
He mastered swordsmanship well enough to thrash experts who had been training for centuries. He can quickly adapt to new weapons and styles mid-fight, surpassing his limits time and time again.
Like when he took on Catboy Grimjow. He was getting clamped, but as soon as he heard Orihime cheering him on, that was all he needed to smash that kitty.
You mean Grimjow, right?
Yeah, but even
Bars.
with that main character energy, Ichigo couldn't match Big Bad Aizen. With just a finger, Aizen stopped Ichigo's Bankai and his theme song, Rude.
Oh, shit.
Ichigo needed to tap
That moment, I would say that I will put that among one of the most legendary anime moments ever. Because just the pure, it was all stoppage. It was all stoppage. Everything stopped. That was crazy. In the middle of cut that shit. Clean the fuck off. But all right, let's go.
Up Ichigo's Bankai and his theme song, Rude.
Ichigo needed to tap into his unexplained hollow power. Except Hollow Zangetsu wasn't going to make it easy.
Old Man Zang's pretty chill, but this guy's a menace.
Still, Ichigo needed his help and conjured a hollow mask to expand his power. But this meant the hollow within only grew stronger.
Masked up, he can fire lasers, bypass super senses, and heal lost limbs. But piss him off enough, and he'll go full hollow. And you really don't want that.
Hollowification exceeds even Bankai, and was enough
Yeah,
to crush
boy was
Ukiura in a
going
battle
crazy.
that shook all of Hueco Mundo.
And I got they did some of the most killer speed frames in this fucking fight. And the first thing first, like, it happened to Ichigo when Urukwara, whatever the fuck you say his name, was flying at him, right? And you gotta understand the visual of said person. If you right, hold, just a minute. Say you looking dead at somebody, right? You looking at them, they coming towards you. You see them this way, in front of you. All of a sudden, you feel a hand firmly placed on the side of your motherfucking head. And you just like, huh? And you also notice that even though you still staring dead ass in that direction that a person was in, swear to God, they are no longer there. And you can only surmise that in this split second, you can't even really surmise it because, like I said, they disappeared and now there's a hand placed firmly upon the side of your motherfucking head. And now you just have to assume that's them. That shit was crazy to me. But all right, let's go.
Even Bankai, and was enough to crush Ukiura in a battle that shook all of.
And then Ichigo did it to him. That was what he did. He did the same thing. Like they want you to believe that Ichigo was like all out of control in this moment. And yeah, he was. But he wasn't so out of control that he wasn't gonna get that get back though. Right.
Hueco Mundo, the world of hollows.
Full Hollow Ichigo could even tear through all 3 layers of hell.
But with help from his secret Shinigami father, Ichigo continued to train for months in the Dangai, a corridor between dimensions, until he was finally ready to
Sounds like a weird name for shit. I'm not gonna lie. Dongai. But okay.
for months in the Dongai, a corridor between dimensions, until he was finally ready to challenge Isaac.
And put his whole hand on his that shit right there. The most disrespectful shit you can do to a motherfucker. This is when I first seen the most crucial
until
one.
he was finally ready to challenge Isaac.
Challenge!
See, here's what y'all really don't know. This right here, this moment right here, I know they have a whole fight after this, but y'all need to know, like I said, Ichigo, even in his hollow form, that whatever he was about to get back, and he's definitely about get back. He did this. He had the little bro Aizen, because Aizen cut his theme music off. He little bro nigga, you know what I'm saying? Now he ain't had no theme music, so he's like, fine, I'ma palm your whole face like a basketball. You don't know where niggas' hands have been. Anybody grab your whole shit like that, you lose the fight, period. Like, you may, like, in a exchange further, you could, like, win the fight. But no, they grabbed your whole shit mid-fight. You lost. There's no coming back from that. Just, the fuck? Let's go.
Is an understatement. He
picked him up and said, we going over here.
And flexed so hard he smashed out of the black coffin, which crushes space like a mini black hole.
And yet, it still wasn't enough. So by becoming Getsuga itself, Ichigo unleashed his ultimate attack, Mugetsu, defeating Aizen at the cost of all his power.
He might have saved everyone, but now it was back to Normieville.
Ichigo never truly realized until then just how much being a Shinigami meant to him. The power to protect others, his drive, his pride in himself was gone. He would give anything to get it back.
And he did, thanks to a surprise assist from Rukia. Boom! Shinigami again!
I'm gonna stab you once
Time
more.
for a 1,000-year blood war with a final endgame boss, Yuhabak.
Who planned to end...
Where is the B in that nigga name? Yuhabak. Is that how they pronounce it? Was it like they got the German twang? That's how they, with the B's and W's or something? Because every time I seen that motherfucker's name spelled anywhere, I see a W. Okay, but that okay.
1,000-year blood war with a final endgame boss, Yuhabak.
Who planned to end everything. And while other Shinigami tried their best, only
Yeah, that man
Ichigo
got
was
off screen
special
something
enough to pull it
crucial
off.
though,
And
bro.
while
Sorry, it sucked because I really wanted to see him like do shit. What we really got to see, honestly, when I was talking about learning the Bankais and whatever, he was the one that was in my mind because he old as shit too. But like, yeah, y'all whatever. Yamamoto, he older. But like, how you vice captain to the captain commander and your shit really get off screened? Like, not off screen. You ain't get off screen, but like, ain't nobody get to see you like, you know what I'm saying? You find out later that this nigga got whole lightning moves that could have went crazy. And even Yamamoto was like, yo, the person that was using his moves was like, yo, how you make my man's moves bitch made? I wanted to see this nigga get down. Not only did the little 16-year-old nigga come in, Bankai out, slap all y'all, we ain't even get to see yours, nigga, you died before we did. That's crazy work. Okay, let's go.
Game boss, Yuhabak.
Who planned to end everything. And while other Shinigami tried their best, only Ichigo was special enough to pull it off.
His father was a Shinigami. His mother was a member of the ancient Quincy's and possessed by a hollow. Hence, his two Zanpakuto spirits, one Quincy, the other hollow and Shinigami, made Ichigo a perfect union to break Yuhabak's plan. Finally, Ichigo understood himself, fully unifying with both Zanpakuto spirits within. With that came a new Shikai and two new Zanpakuto.
True Shikai! If you thought Ichigo was strong before, oh boy, he's the strongest Shinigami alive. They're dead. Undead? Yeah.
Stronger than Kanpachi, who could split the Dangai in half. Stronger than Senjumaru, who shook heaven and earth across the realms. And strong enough to match Yuhabak, who shook heaven and
Oh.
On Earth across the realms.
I like how they
strong
stopped
enough to
doing
match
numbers.
Yuhabak, even after he absorbed the Soul King.
Juiced up with Soul King power, Yuhabak could nuke all 3 realms. The human world, Soul Society, and Hueco Mundo, plus the Dangai and Garganta in between, which have a bunch of pocket dimensions sprinkled in. Hell, just the Soul King's corpse sent a shockwave across all the realms.
And it's not a matter of disrupting the flow of souls. Yuhabak was going to end everything through sheer power alone.
But Ichigo still wasn't done powering up.
Entering a new half-hollow form and merging his Getsuga Tencho with a mighty hollow attack, the Gran Ray Sero.
Making a giant crescent slash that rips through space itself.
All that power culminating
who was Sehan now?
A giant crescent
Tencho with a mighty hollow attack, the Gran Ray Sero.
Making a
Grand Race. See, I didn't know that. See, we are beyond what I know of Bleach. But all right, let's go.
giant crescent slash that rips through space itself.
All that power culminating in his true Bankai. A power so great, even Yuhabak was scared of it.
Joke's on you! Ichigo didn't even need it! You're done!
Ichigo was finally content. And 10 years later, he remains a Shinigami, having found the courage to stand on the edge of life and death, conquer his fears, and walk onward.
All right. Okay. There's a lot. I do like how they stopped doing the numbers, because people like how like I think it made certain things like predictable or whatever. But yeah, you should go about where I want him to be. You know what I'm saying? Now we gonna see what Yusuke got. Let's go.
Most teenagers have no idea what they want to do with their life. However, that was hardly a problem for juvenile delinquent Yusuke Urameshi, because he only ever wanted to do one thing.
Throw hands! It don't matter who
Run
the
that.
ups are, be they women, old folk, or babies, Yusuke lived to fight. It's what gave life meaning. Who cares about stupid things
And tried
like
to fight a
friends
car.
and family?
Which is why it was so surprising when one day he threw himself in front of a speeding car to save a child, bringing that reckless life to a screeching halt.
Truck-kun claims another victim.
But this is chapter 1 of a battle shonen, so death is hardly the end.
Surprisingly, though, it wasn't a spooky skeleton in a hood who arrived to claim Yusuke's soul. It was a blue-haired anime girl on a broomstick.
This was Botan, whose job was to ferry Yusuke's newly deceased spirit off to the afterlife.
Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for him, he was such an asshole that the underworld didn't see his selfless death coming and didn't have any space prepared for him. Imagine being such a
See, that's what I'm saying. It's been so long, I don't remember these little things about that. That's crazy. Like, oh, yo, God, yo, hold on, wait a minute. You say he died, huh? Yusuke Urameshi? He. Hold on, let me look at these motherfucking files real quick. Ain't no way. He was set up for hell though, right? I ain't tripping. I know my job. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this shit for God knows how long. No, literally, God knows how long. So y'all need to tell me what the fuck happened. He jumped in front of a car for who? Y'all gonna have to find something to do with him. We ain't ready. That wasn't supposed to happen like that. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know who did what to him. No, don't do that. Send him over there somewhere.
menace to society that the second you do something nice, hell itself gets caught with its pants down.
So the underworld surrogate king, Koenma, offered Yusuke an alternative. He could return to life as an agent of the afterlife, a spirit detective, solving supernatural crimes and fighting off demonic threats to humanity.
Naturally, Yusuke did what anyone would do in that situation, and told Satan Jr. to stuff it! I mean, he was never really good for anything, and no one was gonna miss him, so what's the point of coming back to life? It's not like his mom would be sad, or his childhood sweetheart Keiko would be heartbroken, or even his rival Kuwabara would shed manly tears. Oh man.
At the sight of loved ones who cared far more than he ever expected, Yusuke had a change of heart and accepted Koenma's offer, returning to life with a new purpose and a new job.
And newfound ass-kicking ability. In his quest,
I would love for them to, like, you know how they, just like as I'm seeing these, you know how they did the whole reanimation thing for like Fruits Basket and whatnot? It would be so dope to get that for shit like this, or like I would watch the fuck if they did it out of Inuyasha. Yes.
To beat the dog shit out of demonkind, Yusuke learned to harness Reiki, or spirit energy. He's ridiculously strong, fast, and durable, heals from wounds quickly, and can see spirits invisible to mortal men.
Even early on, Yusuke could parry Suzaku's lightning arrows, which are formed from real lightning called down from the sky. And with the help of legendary warrior Genkai, he mastered a signature move that could blast anyone to smithereens.
My favorite shonen move ever, the Spirit Gun.
Boy, that was
Yusuke had a limited
everybody had a goddamn spirit gun. Sorry, I got my nostalgia a little bit, but let's go.
number of shots, but eventually he turned it into his personal WMD. Stronger than any weapon on Earth, he could go finger blasting around as much as he wants.
The spirit
That's a
gun is
wild
more
sentence.
versatile than it appears. Yusuke can bounce it off surfaces for sneak attacks, propel himself around like a rocket in flight, and produce massive explosions with each shot.
He can twist it up for a spirit shotgun, a mighty AoE blast, or a spirit punch, where he keeps the energy stored in his fists and clobbers the hell out of you. And the spirit wave, a Kamehameha from before we uncultured Americans knew what a Kamehameha was.
Yusuke may be a punk, but he's deceptively skilled and cunning in battle.
He's not afraid to fight dirty, throwing his shoes, using sleight of hand to place cigarettes on his foe to track them in the dark.
Personally, I'd call that smart, and his hand-to-hand is A+. He's matched experts like Cabano, who's said to have mastered all forms of martial combat.
But his best secret is how quickly he improves. All it takes is a round of training or someone threatening his friends, and Yusuke's power will spike to match stronger enemies, even if it means literally burning through his own life force for a power-up.
All known demons and demon fighters are individually ranked on a scale of power from E to S.
E and D class demons are nothing special. We're talking local threats at best. C and B are getting a bit dicey in a destroy your city kind of way. A and S? Well, hold on to your ass.
Do that part.
We're talking end of the world.
As Yusuke forged bonds with new allies like demons Hiei and Kurama, as well as his old pal Kuwabara.
The OG Sasuke?
As Yusuke forged bonds with new allies
Like I seen so many
like demons Hiei and Kurama.
I seen so many memes for that. Like this nigga is the original Sasuke. You know what I'm saying? He is the one, the blueprint. Let's go. Well, not even just that, like him, the Megumi characters, the other dude in what's that Black Clover? Y'all know the one. Y'all know the one. But yeah, okay, let's go.
Kurama, as well as his old pal Kuwabara, he found himself facing opponents he couldn't beat, such as the monstrous Toguro, who could vaporize weaker demons and crush their souls with sheer aura.
But Yusuke needed to survive and protect his loved ones. So he had no choice but to rank up, even if it meant absorbing the power of a small star. Thanks, Genkai!
Power of a what now? A sphere of energy that condenses spirit energy to the utmost limit. It has been passed down from generation to generation by the masters of it has energy comparable to that of a small star. People quick. So they said that like Ichigo, like he cut a hole in space, right? Like he did that. Like, wouldn't that take the power of a star or something? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's a lot, boy. You know what I'm saying? No. That's power of a small star. These motherfuckers talking about Ichigo can like shatter realities and shit, man. Quit playing with me. No. All right, look.
Even if it meant absorbing the power of a small star. Thanks, Genkai!
Our sun has an average luminosity of 380 septillion watts, or joules per second. Small stars like red dwarfs output about 1/10,000th of that. So this spirit orb's energy per second would equal about 9 million megatons of TNT.
Enough
still a lot,
to send Toguro to the grave.
Even after pushing past his own limits, Yusuke would still need more power to face S-class threats like Sensui, a past spirit detective gone bad, and a great measuring stick for what top-tier demons are capable of.
Sensui was so yoked he couldn't even use all his power in the human world without threatening to bring down the whole thing. He compared destroying the whole goddamn planet to kicking an anthill.
According to Genkai,
Goddamn.
Yusuke could destroy the planet too, if he really wanted. And even A-class threats like King Enma have shaken both the demon and human worlds.
That anima guy is strong as
Based on who now? They are likely referring to complete planetary destruction and not just raising the surface. Okay, so we're taking it to its most extreme, destroy the world as in like blow it up. Got you.
balls. In the past, he fought the Netherworld King Yakumo, who could eradicate the entire human world and remake the Netherworld.
But Yusuke's power surpassed both of them to the point where he overloaded Yakumo with his own energy. And do keep in mind, Yusuke was still only A-class at the time, a far cry from S-classes like Sensui, whose sacred energy was 10 times his superior.
But not for long, sucker, cause turns out Yusuke was a demon himself.
Literally. Yusuke is the descendant of an ancient and incredibly powerful being, one of the strongest in existence, Ryzen, the Demon King.
So I'd heard of that, but like I said, I never saw this stuff in Yu Hakusho, but I would be privy to things, and I remember that guy, that name. But no, I did not know homie was a demon or had demon blood or whatever. Okay, go crazy.
Being, one of the strongest in existence, Ryzen, the Demon King.
With his Bazoku mark, Yusuke can channel Ryzen's spirit for a huge power boost and a massive thirst for murder boost. This was his first taste of a dangerous new...
So what we talking about? That like got an Inuyasha personality flip? Let's go.
And a massive thirst for murder boost. This was his first taste of a dangerous new type of spirit energy, Yoki.
A form of energy used by demons. Like normal Reiki, it can be amplified by intense emotions. Unlike normal Reiki, its use creates a pleasurable feeling, feeding into the user's rage and bloodlust, the feral animal within.
So Yusuke upgraded his spirit gun to a demon gun. It's the same thing, but red. Oh, and it's strong enough to blast Sensui past the horizon, putting Yusuke's power firmly in S-class.
And making him a prime candidate to rule the demon world. But as he was thrust into a tournament vying for that throne, Yusuke began to wonder if all this power was what he really wanted.
Self-reflection? From "I'll kick your ass, Yusuke Urameshi"? Nah, we can worry about that later. There's a tournament to win. Which one of you, girl, baby, or grandparents is first?
Even then, as Yusuke took on the Demon King Yomi in an epic final battle, he was still growing. He had become far stronger than before, even achieving a unique version of the Mozoku form separate from Ryzen's influence.
And a brand spanking new form of power. Kinda like Sensui's sacred energy, but even better. It's so unprecedented, it doesn't even have a name, but it's golden glowy.
Strong enough to clash with Yomi, creating an explosion that split the heavens above and decimated the Okunin tree below, pushing the Demon King himself to his absolute limits.
But then, Yusuke lost. It's not all bad though. Even if being king would have been cool, Yusuke realized he wanted something more. He'd grown up and chose to walk a new path.
It was always Yusuke's
I mean, like, being the second most powerful next to the Demon King ain't bad, you feel me? Like, I mean, like, who gonna fuck with you besides that nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, all right. And it ain't like he just gonna fuck with you, because it ain't like he just mopped the floor with you. That ain't a fight he want either. You know what I'm saying? He like, I might not win today. Okay.
connections with others that motivated him above all else. And it was in those connections that he found his happy ending.
But I wouldn't piss him off if you can avoid it. Get him in the right mood or threaten the human world, and the spirit detective will beat your stupid ass.
Alright, well, based on what I've seen, right, and what I'ma still go. Oh shit, that was a lot. That was a lot there at the end for my man's there. But I'ma still go with Ichigo. You know what I'm saying? Because they're talking about stars and shit, but like Ichigo be like ripping holes in reality and shaking whole planes of existence and shit too. You feel me? So we gonna see what happened, man. But let's go.
Long has its return been foretold, but now, finally, it is reborn.
The original Death Battle shirt that once dumped.
You know what would be crazy sick though? If they were actually, I don't know if it would be would it be like too much of a copyright issue if they did that with the are we on ads? We are. But yeah, no, the if they were able to like actually get like an anime team to like actually animate it, because I'm not, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not mad at like the game visuals, and obviously we see they get more drastic as it goes, but like if they just actually made the anime fight, you feel me, that would be so sick. But all right, let's go.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
All right, Ichigo, let's go.
That's a demon.
That's a hollow.
No doubt about it.
Demon, that's hollow. I feel like Yusuke should have been like, did that nigga just jump out of himself? That just happened. All right, let's go.
No doubt about it. Spirit guide! Getsuga Tensho!
Not gonna lie, he was getting smacked up. I ain't like that. Come on now. Damn. Okay, well you see, he got his Quincy Glow shit. You know what I'm saying? He protected. Let's go. Disrespect. Whoop his ass. Ichigo, whoop his ass. Ain't no way you gonna let him shoot you in the penis. Not like that. You can't. That can't happen in the same fight that you lose, is what I'm saying. Don't let it be the case, please. But all right, let's go. Now you have to win. Now you have to. Why?
Hollow.
Chump change.
Reckless idiot!
Redemption. Put the hand on his face. Now, like, I know y'all could argue that getting shot in the dick with a spirit beam is worse than having somebody grab your face. I'm just gonna go ahead and disagree. You don't know where that motherfucker handles that. That is all kinds of unsanitary. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot to be doing to somebody. Just not just grabbing their face, relocating them while grabbing their face is crazy to me. But all right, let's go.
What a baby! Little demon energy got you scared?
Nah.
I got the demon energy right here.
Getsuga! Yujisho! Two at once?
Get active.
Damn, why didn't I think of that?
Dumb.
Give in to me, Yusuke. Let's devour him together.
Hell no! This is my fight, jackass! You just hold me back!
Hold on, bro. You wasn't even there for that move. You wasn't even there. That's what I was just talking about earlier. Did the hand firmly placed on the side of yours? You wasn't even there for that. Why you? What? Come on. That was Ichigo's to do the. What you mean? All right. Okay. The get back. It's not as disrespectful as the hand on the face, the side of the face. It's not the hand on the face, it's the side. But this right here, this is crazy. You're getting the Broly treatment. But all right, let's go.
Yeesh, rude awakening. This one's a piece of work. Need a hand, partner?
Let's do it. Like old times.
On! Cut!
Reality break.
Is that the best you can do? I can go even faster if you'd like.
Hit him with Byakuya lines.
Bring it on, asshole!
Get active.
I'll kill you even if it kills me! I'm putting it all on the line!
That boy said on straight Megumi timing, my boy. What do you mean?
I'll kill you even if it kills me! I'm putting it all on the line! You better do
Fucking
the
that
same!
sword up.
Screw that!
Got him?
Give me a freaking break.
That's what I'm talking
On the
about.
other side.
Let's go. Cause that's true though. He would just die. Like honestly, like if he did die, he would have a whole nother second round coming back as a demon or whatever the hell spirit thing, powerful as hell. To be honest with you, but I'm glad we called it. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of stuff they did shake me a little bit with that star shit. But then I remember what they was talking about with Ichigo, and he liked that. But all right, let's go. Now give me my reasons why.
Oh, you think the afterlife offers frequent flyer miles?
There's a lot to cover here, so let's break this down into 4 chapters.
Go ahead.
Starting with their abilities.
Yusuke could see Ichigo no problem, and resist auras like Taguro's that are similar to Reiatsu, so Ichigo couldn't cheese a win right away.
Otherwise, Yusuke was outmatched. Sure, the Spirit Gun could potentially match the Getsuga Tensho, and he had stat-boosting forms like the Mizoku. Ichigo, however, had more varied powers, a better healing factor, greater stamina given his months of Dangai training,
And all those swords! He just had way more abilities to play with.
Likewise, speed was a fairly easy call. Yusuke could react to lightning early on and obviously got much faster over time. Looking at this blast from his clash with Yomi, it erupted upwards at 57% the speed of light.
But Ichigo was faster than light from the start. And
That
he's
part.
gotten faster too. He couldn't even see
You know what I'm
beyond.
saying? I was even skeptical of that feat, but like they kind of explained it better. But all right, let's go.
At first, but blitzed him in the rematch. Plus, he's got tons of training and power-ups since then.
The Soul King Shockwave, for example, expanded across the realms at thousands of times light speed, and Ichigo reacted to attacks from Soul King Yuhabak that utilized the same power. So, Ichigo takes speed. But Yusuke's fought plenty of foes faster.
Wait a minute,
more-
hold on. I had to explain that.
And
real quick.
Ichigo reacted to attacks from Soul King Yuhabak that utilized the same power.
That's how fast the power was moving versus like how it was utilized to do whatever with. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it all equals the light speed move, but I mean it could. But okay, let's go.
So, Ichigo takes speed. But
Okay.
Yusuke's fought plenty of foes faster and more varied than him, so it's extremely important to examine their tactics and ability to adapt mid-fight.
Like
This
shooting
is
somebody
kind
in
of
the
both
dick.
their things. Ichigo has styled on guys with centuries of training and has over a decade of experience as a Shinigami. He's pretty good at figuring out new weapons and styles.
Meanwhile, Yusuke was flexible and quick to adapt, mixing cleverness with exceptional hand-to-hand. He's good enough to match Kabano, who mastered every martial art. Ichigo's decent at hand-to-hand, but it's not his go-to in the same way.
So, both had their strong suits, with advantages on each side. It's fair to call this one a draw.
Leaving only the biggest winning factor, which could have superseded all other advantages: power.
Between Sensui, Genkai, and Enma, Yusuke could definitely destroy the planet. Examining his sky-splitting clash with Yomi and measuring its scale, that's about 4 quadrillion megatons of TNT.
And the
which
whole
is
small
crazy.
star thing.
Similarly, mid-series Ichigo could shake Huecomundo, tear
He said
through hell,
mid-series,
and
though.
block attacks that could destroy the Soul Society.
That part.
But at his peak, he beat Yuhabak, who could destroy several realms, which is far more impressive than just one.
To be fair, Yusuke also beat Yakumo, who could threaten 2 realms at the same time. Pretty close to Yuhabak's threatening 3.
And Yusuke far surpassed Yakumo
So that's the difference between Yusuke can destroy 2 realms, Ichigo can destroy 3. Hey, it makes a difference though. It do. But let's go.
afterward. The gap between him and Sensui alone was 10 times. So there could be an argument for Yusuke's power surpassing Ichigo if 3 realms was truly Ichigo's limit.
Fortunately for Ichigo, it's not. Yuhabak was also gonna destroy the Garganta, which has at least 29 pocket dimensions inside it.
Each
Is that
containing
not
at least a planet and star, much larger than Yusuke's planet-sized worlds. Plus, Ichigo matched Yuhabak in True Shikai, without his additional boost from Half Hollow and True Bankai.
As always with Death Battle, there's arguments either way. But the way we see it, even being generous with Yusuke's power and conservative with Ichigo,
I like how they're taking consideration for the naysayers to be like, huh, so even if you think different, this our shit.
The gap was just too big, giving Ichigo the final edge. Sorry if things got messy, but that's just how Ichi goes.
The winner
Bars.
is Ichigo Kurosaki.
Next time.
All right, who we got
Death
next?
Battle.
Oh, okay.
Subscribe and join as a member to
Cell
see more
versus
Death Battle.
Mega
Thanks for
Sonic.
watching.
Wow.
Death Battle is
Yo, hey, that was dope. Let me watch that dope here. Cell versus Metal Sonic. Look, I think what did I call him? I call him Bionic Sonic. Cell versus Bionic Sonic. It just rolls off the tongue better. But that's gonna be interesting. But as far as this one goes, yeah, we got that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. That's what I was thinking before. Like with the whole, it was like reality shit. You know what I mean? I knew that's what we was dealing with. Or universe. We destroyed whatever universe, whatever. You know what I mean? So, but we got that. We came on top of that one. You know what I'm saying? Bleach go crazy. Ichigo go crazy. But Cell and Bionic Sonic. Man, I don't really know nothing about Bionic Sonic like that. To be even, you know what I'm saying? I know about Cell, and I know that the Sonic characters go crazy. I don't know where Bionic Sonic rank amongst them, so we're gonna have to see when that comes out. But yeah, we got it on this one, man. That's the take. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that there social media, and I catch y'all next one, fam. Peace.